Hi everyone, my name is Julia Graves. I want to let you know the reason you can't see my face is I'm having problems with my webcam today, so I decided to go ahead and do this with a PowerPoint. I live in Tacoma, Washington, and something unique about me is that I can whistle really loud. That skill came in handy growing up with 3 older brothers and also raising 4 children. In this course, I hope to get to know more about children's literature and discover many new books to add to my collection. I own about 500 children's books. Is that a lot? I don't really consider myself a reader because I'm not the type to sit down with a novel. I loved reading to my children and now to other children that have adopted me as their grandma. On to my list. These are in no particular order, and if you ask me next week, the list will probably be different. First of all would be Eragon. It is part of the Inheritance cycle written by Christopher Paolini. It's just fun if you like dinosaurs, dragons, great characters, really long books, lots of made-up words from made-up languages, so that part was a little bit frustrating for me. Next would be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I read this first when I was younger, and then I read it to each of my children when they were old enough to appreciate it, and I've read it again as an adult by myself. I loved the Boxcar Children collection. It was fun to think about their adventures and how they managed to take care of themselves. Harry Potter series, I chose The Goblet of Fire because of the problems that they had to solve, the puzzles that they had to figure out to progress in the games. And this next one, The Children's Book of Virtues, is something from my childhood. It is a book of poems. I don't particularly love poetry, but I remember this fondly from my childhood, and it's one of my all-time favorites. The Tale of Peter Rabbit and all the series from Beatrix Potter with these cute little bunnies dressed in clothes with their fluffy little cottontails. Just love them. And who doesn't love Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and Kanga and Roo and Owl and Piglet? Some of my good childhood friends. I chose Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss because I taught my children to read with this book. The way that they use language and words like hop, pop, stop, and then cat, hat, sat, mat, bat, was really a good way for my children to learn to recognize sounds and put them together to make words. They loved it. I chose Fox and Socks because I love a good tongue twister. Those are really fun for me. And then last of all, this is from my elementary school teacher read this to us in class, one chapter at a time, and it was very exciting, kind of a mystery whodunit for kids. So I hope you enjoyed my list, and we'll see you soon.